Thank you, Jesus. We give you the praise and we give you the glory, Father, in the name of Jesus. Stand on your feet and give God all the praise and all the glory. He's worthy to be praised. We thank you for our families. We thank you for our jobs and our homes. Lord, we just praise you all over the world, Father God. United families for Christ in the name of
and they can unmute themselves.
All right, good evening to everyone, and welcome to the Tony Gill Show today. And that was from my new CD called Uniting Families. I called it Yet I Praise Him Jesus, featuring the one and only Katrina Lacey, who is the cousin
All participants are unmuted.
The cousin of Kim Burrell. That was Yet I Praise Him Jesus, my CD called Uniting Families. And now I want to welcome my co-host for the month of September, Miss Creative Designer herself, Malika Smith, who's our featured guest today. It's the one and only Mr. Mark Rogers, Rhythm of Gospel Awards Charman. Good evening. How you doing, Malika?
I'm doing fine, Tony. It's a great pleasure to be back on the air with you. And I'm so excited about our guest today, Dr. Mark Rogers, a person that I've grown to love, and a colleague, and the esteemed and profound and amazing individual. So I just wanted to welcome our Dr. Mark Rogers to our show. Dr. Rogers?
Hi, how are you?
All is well, all is well. I'm excited about you being on the air with us, with Tony and myself. It is a pleasure. It's an honor. Thank you for accepting.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Yeah, so I want to, our radio audience, I'm sure they want to know a little bit about Dr. Mark Rogers. I know they've heard a lot about you. They've seen a lot on social media, as well as possibly attending your event, and we'll get into that. But tell us a little bit about Dr. Rogers.
Well, Dr. Rogers enjoys gospel music, and I love to promote some of the nation's very best independent gospel artists. And we take pride in being the largest independent platform, and as we continue to strive in excellence, we continue to ask for the prayers of the righteous, because this what we call gospel is, and especially when we deal with independence, is not an easy task. But with God on our side, we are able to endure the strongest and continue to be a successful organization.
Amen. That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, is it safe to say that the Rhythm of Gospel is originally from Florida? Is that right, or do you know?
No, it originated from Arkansas. Mm-hmm. But we are now essentially based in Florida. But as you can see, we travel around based upon the demographic of the city that picks it up, because the cities bid on the event, so we go where we are accepted.
Yes. So first, before we go any further, we want to also solicit prayers to those in Florida. I know with the recent hurricane, I believe Irma, and so we're praying for you guys. And I did note that you said hopefully the power doesn't go out, so we're praying that everything stays on for you, and we hope that all is well over there where you are, and others as well in Florida. So you do have us. You do have our prayers. Now, as far as Rhythm of Gospel, and I'm so excited about the different people that are being noticed, and I know artists, especially independent artists, they really need to know how and what it takes to be nominated or to be featured. So can you tell the audience, the listener on this, about a little bit about what is it, the National and Independent Gospel Music Association, better known as NIGMA, as well as the Rhythm of Gospel Awards?
You want me to tell them? Well, first of all, in order to be nominated, you have to have a project that has released within the year, that the qualifying year that we get ready to have the forthcoming event. The project does not have to be a full CD. It could be a single, it could be an EP, or it could be a full CD. But it has to be released within the year of the forthcoming year. Okay. And we actually have a lot of music, because unlike the National Stellar Awards, they have very few artists compared to what we have. We have a ton of artists who submit, and of course, everybody can't make it, because it's well more independent artists than it is national artists. So we have a lot of stuff on our plate when we're doing our elimination process. But in the past, we've had good years, and I think God can continuously keep us where we need to be.
Yes, amen. So what about NIGMA? Now, I noticed that too. Now, what is that, and how do you get involved with the NIGMA?
NIGMA is the actual organization that hosts the Rhythm of Gospel Awards. NIGMA is the nonprofit and the business side of Rhythm of Gospel. As you know, it says NIGMA Present. That's the actual hosting. NIGMA is also the educational tool where we come in and we teach artists about the business, A lot of artists don't know certain things about how to get their music and their royalties and all that. Well, that's the education piece, and that's what NIGMA serves. NIGMA is also the voting piece where we also finalize and vote on the final ballot. So if you're being a part of NIGMA, you have that option, and you also have an option of being able to nominate people, being on the member of NIGMA. So you get inside information being a part of our organization called National Independent Gospel Music Association.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I think that this is something that a lot of independent artists would definitely benefit from. And I always say it's important to know, not just to be able to sing, but if you're looking to branch out outside of, just as ministry, but also as an artist, they need to know the tools that to be successful. And so you're offering that, and that's awesome. That's awesome. So I have a question. Everybody always start off doing something, and it's a reason why they start. In my case, it was what I do was based on, unfortunately, a situation that occurred in my life that wasn't the most pleasant, but it catapulted me to be where I'm at now. So what was it that impacted you? What caused you to start Rhythm of Gospel or the association itself? What was it that made you do this?
Well, it was definitely a vision by God, because it wasn't because of the independent artists. Because some of the artists, they are so knowledgeable, and they're so knowledgeable they're not going anywhere. So it's definitely not because of that, but it was definitely a vision by God. I tell people all the time that if God is in something, it's going to work. So that was my. I've always had a niche of organizing events and starting from the bottom, working my way up to where we are now. It definitely was a vision, and that was something that I ran with, and I continue to make it what it is today.
Well, we're happy that you did answer the call for that, because I can tell you each year that I haven't had the opportunity yet to see it in person, but from what I've seen online and the videos that you have showed us via different social media.
Now, I'm gonna stop you there. You have seen it in person, because you do most of my graphic work. So you
I didn't want to talk about that.
She is an awesome person. I try to deal with professionals, so that's the way I like to deal with. And I keep my association very connected to people that are professional, because in order to have a professional organization, you have to deal with professionalism. And I must say that for you to say you have not been there, you have not been there physically, but mentally and socially, you have been there.
Yes. I wasn't going to let that cat out the bag, but okay. Well, you know what? Absolutely, you're right. And I'm looking forward to seeing it physically, because I know for the past 2 years that I've been working with you, I've been feeling like this little void that I keep missing, because when I see the pictures and the videos, I'm like, oh my God, this is so amazing. And it is an amazing thing that independent artists have the platform, such as yourself and Tony's radio show, that it's important that artists take note and utilize the tools that they have. I often tell, say, invest in yourself. If you don't invest in yourself, no one else will. You have to research, you have to look, and it's not hard to ask questions. Reach out to people, tap into different things that are needed. And so I get you when you say that sometimes they're so knowledgeable that they actually get stuck, because it's more than, especially gospel artists, it's more than just the church walls. That's the mission, but you do have to come out of the church walls to see where God wants you to go. That's
right. That's right.
So we probably could talk about that maybe on one of your Rhythm of Gospel Award shows. So let's talk about this upcoming year. I think if you can, I know we have.
Yeah, I can. We can't release any major information until our release date. But I can tell you this is our 10-year anniversary, and we are going all the way out I'm going to say this: we got major sponsors that kicked in, and I know that this year by far is going to be the best year we've ever had it. All the way from the choir competitions to the showcases we got. We giving away over $30,000 in giveaway stuff that we're going to give away to artists that's coming out. So we are excited. We got some major people working with us this year. We're going to honor some major people. We got the Hall of Fame coming in. That's something new we're doing. And we are excited about what God is going to do and what he's continuously doing for our organization.
That sounds awesome. See, I think I'm going to have to make this year, because the way you just put that out there, I'm like, I can't miss this 10th year anniversary. So we're talking 10 years of Rhythm of Gospel Awards. That within itself is super amazing. So we know that God was in that, because like you said, if he's not, it won't last. So that's awesome. And I noticed that in the Rhythm of Gospel Awards there, you have the pageant. Was it over 50? The women, is it? Am I right? I don't want.
Yeah, that's the pageant that you're going to be in this year, but you don't know it. But we're gonna put you in the 50 plus pageant. And I know you don't do pageants, but we're gonna spook you up and try to get you up in this pageant.
Oh my
that we're gonna have that we have every year. But no, we do have our pageant, and that's one of our it kicks off our weekend. Those ladies, we have two pageants now. We actually have the Miss Enigma pageant, which is ladies pageant for ladies 30 to 48, and then we have the Miss Rhythm and Gospel pageant with the ladies 50 and above.
Okay. And then you also have awards like ceremonies for preachers or churches, and I don't know.
We have the Pastors of Excellence banquet, which is something that we do, and then this year we're going to honor educators who have made an impact in people's lives. So that's something that we're doing. We're throwing something in the education, because a lot of educators are not being appreciated, and we just think it needs to recognize some of those frown and that's living educators that have done things that impacted people's lives.
That's awesome. So now, outside of Rhythm of Gospel, outside of Enigma, I know sometimes you have events. I don't know if it's tied in, but I know you have outside events like Jacksonville events in Jacksonville, Florida. Do you have anything coming up soon that maybe people might want to come to and see?
Yeah, we got quite a few things. We got something going on at the Stellar Award this year, and we're going to keep you all posted on that, because that's going to be on our social media page. But we have a lot of things that we got coming up, and like I said, I can't really release a lot of information right now because we got to make sure everything is finalized before we put it out. And that's basically all. But we do have some things coming up in that's going to come up the Stellar Awards weekend, and we would love to have you all support.
Okay. Now, any advice for independent artists? I know that we just tapped into it earlier, but what would, coming from you, from the chairman, what advice would you give independent artists?
Stay prayerful, stay humble, and be spiritually led. Okay. And invest in yourself. I mean, you have to invest. A lot of people think that you just can go sing for free. You can't do that. You can't. In order to be a successful artist, you have to be the full package. You have to believe in yourself. You have to invest in yourself. You got to know which conferences to attend and which conferences not to attend, because there's a lot of money schemes, and a lot of people want to just say, there, we this, we that, and they have no platform that can really lead you to nowhere but just make their pockets the way it is. Right. We are a networking base. When you go to a conference, make sure the conference is at least 500 or more people, because if it's not that, you're not really linking, or you're not really getting the exposure to what you're really trying to do for your ministry. So it's a lot of knowledge, but you just got to be mindful of what you want to be a part of.
That's right. I say that a lot too. Just because having had been an artist myself at one time, it was always, you need to go to this conference, and I used to say, you don't need all of the conferences. You got to know which one that would be beneficial to your ministry. And if you're going to the same one every year and you're just doing the same thing every year, then you need to reevaluate what is best for you as far as your gift, your ministry, or whatever it is that you're doing, even in business. You got to know which one would be more impactful or more beneficial to growth. To growth, you need to grow. You don't need to stay stagnant. So I agree with you on that. So I got one more question before we wrap up, and this one is an impromptu question. This is something about you, and I'm just gonna. It's a crazy question, but I'm gonna ask you, what's your favorite TV show? The people might want to know what Mark Rogers likes to watch. So what's your favorite TV show?
My favorite TV show, well, it was Half and a Half Nots.
Okay, I think everybody.
I'm a Tyler Perry fanatic, so hopefully one day before I close my eyes, that's gonna be my ultimate goal is to meet Tyler Perry, or even have him come to my event. So that Half and Half Nots is my favorite, I guess, series or show. But if you're talking about something that come on daily,
yeah.
I love watching the OWN network.
Awesome. So there you have it. We've had the opportunity to speak with one-on-one with Dr. Mark Rogers. I know you've seen him, you've heard him, you've reviewed him on social media, but this is like direct, one-on-one, and it was so amazing. Dr. Rogers, I really appreciate you for coming on and being my guest, and also being a guest of the Tony Gill Show. Thank you. Where can we look at information for the Rhythm of Gospel or Nigma? You want to give them any?
www.therhythmofgospelawards.com. That's where you can find all the information about Rhythm of Gospel and Nigma. That's therhythmofgospelawards.com. And as of October 10, you can usually log on that site, and there'll be all the full updates of what's going on with us and what's going on behind the scenes.
Absolutely awesome. Thank you again, Tony. This wraps it up for our Wednesday segment. And again, thank you, Dr. Mark Rogers. Tony Gill, thank you for allowing us the platform to interview Dr. Mark Rogers.
All right. Thank you all both. Thank you, Dr. Rogers, for being here. And thank you, Malika, for bringing him on as the guest today. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
God bless you. Bye.
Battle weary.
save you, and it won't be long. Watch God do it. Watch God do it. Watch God do it. The sun will shine. I said the sun will shine. I said the sun will shine. The sun will shine in the morning. We've been in for a night, but joy is coming in the morning. Keep the faith, keep the faith, keep the faith, oh. Keep the faith, and hold on, Hallelujah.
Tim Woodson for Tony Gill in 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, this is Tim Woodson, and you're listening to the award-winning Tony Gill radio show, playing the best in gospel music for over 15 years. Keep that dial locked.
I'm going to a place where there will be no more crying.
No more crying.
I'm going to a place where there will be no more
No
dying.
more dying.
I'm going to a place where trouble will be no more. I won't be back no more.
No more.
I'm going to a place where there is peace and happiness.
Peace and happiness.
I'm going to a place where there is nothing but joy and
Joy
rest.
and rest.
I'm going to a place where I'll be forever blessed. I won't be back
Be back.
no more.
No more.
I'm going to heaven where the streets are paved with gold. I'm going to heaven over all the
Don't you wanna
other
go with
shore.
me?
I won't be back
Be back.
no more.
No more.
I'm going to heaven to the New Jerusalem.
I'm going there.
I'm going to heaven, that place that's prepared for me.
You wanna go with me?
I won't be
I
back.
won't be back.
I won't be
I
back.
won't be back.
I'm not coming back.
Be back.
No
No
more. We will sing.
We'll sing.
We will shout.
We'll shout.
Praise His
Praise
name.
His name.
Don't you wanna go with me?
Don't you want to go?
We will sing. Shout our troubles over.
We'll shout.
Praise Him
Praise His
forevermore.
name.
Come on and go with me.
Come and go with me.
We will sing and never get tired.
We'll sing.
We're gonna shout.
We'll shout.
Shout our troubles over.
We'll shout.
Praise His name
Praise His name.
forever and evermore.
Don't you wanna go with me?
I won't be back.
Be back.
I won't be back.
Be back.
I'm not coming back.
Be back. No more.
Yo, what it do? It's your boy Bam Bam the Voice. You know I'm rocking with my boy Tony Gill on the Tony Gill Show. Now for 15 years, he's been interviewing artists and playing their music just like me. And for that, I want to say thank you. So log on, tune in, turn those speakers up. This is the Tony Gill Show.
Why can't we work together? Since we're down here living together, why can't
together we can. Amen goes right there. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Will the greatest nation say amen? Amen goes right there. Always willing to lend a hand. Amen goes right there. No matter what the need may be. Amen goes right there. You can count on us, we'll take the lead. Amen goes right there. We know charity begins at home. Amen goes right there. And we've got problems of our own. Amen goes right there. Heaven, please help us all. Amen goes right there. It's all for one and one for all. Amen goes right there. Oh, why can't we work together? Since we're down here living together, why can't we love each other? People walking hand in hand, knowing that together we can. Together we stand, divided we fall. We will learn how to treat people like we want to be treated. We shall stand for something, so we won't fall for just anything. Every man take a stand, join hands. Together we can work together. Since we're down here living together. Come on. Can't we love each other? People walking hand in hand, knowing that together we can. Amen goes right there, you sing. Amen goes right there, right there. Right there, right there, right there. Amen goes right there. Amen goes right there, right there. Right there, right there, right there. Yeah, yeah,
The best hit music every time you turn us on. Every time you turn us on, there's another hit song coming on.
When you feel there's no way out. When you feel you can't find your way. When life battles have pushed you out, you find out what prayer's all about.
you playing, man. Man, I'm enjoying, man. I'm enjoying the Tony Gill show. Ah, you go ahead, Tony Gill. Play that gospel, Tony Gill. La, la, la. This is your brother from another mother, God's messenger. Oh!
Many times in life we feel that we're not built enough, we're not good enough, we're not perfect enough. But just know that in everything that you do, you exemplify the cross. Everything inside of me lives to be totally free. I will give my all to life. Letting go of wrong for right. Knowing more is waiting for me. Far beyond what I can see. Well, everything I wanted and everything I needed was written in your plan, the palm of your hand. All I had to do was trust, and all I had to do was love. Even when I felt empty, you were bigger than me.
Thank you and join us for Tony the Gill show today. Thank you very much for joining. We'll be back with you again this evening at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So keep it locked where you got it. We'll be back with you again this evening. God bless you. You have a great, great day.